I'm standing out here with former UFC featherweight Dennis the Menace Bermudez, baby. Yes, sir. He just held a banger seminar at our gym over there, the UFC gym in Riverdale. And so, yeah, man, I just wanted to get this quick word with you, ask you a few questions, and that's that, man. So, real quick, just like a little inside joke with me and my friends, right?
Okay.
So it was mainly your fight with Jeremy Stevens,
okay.
where Bruce Buffer, he the way he announced you, right? He says your name normally, Dennis, regularly, and he goes, the emphasis on the Menace Bermudez, and then we just been laughing about that like ever since. So the main question is like, what's that feeling like when you walk out there for such a big fight field, that training camp? You're already in that mode. You want to, you got to get your hand raised. Like, what's that feeling when Bruce Buffer, the greatest of what he does, is out there, announcing you like that?
Dude, listen, when I watch other guys fight and they really breathe it in, sometimes I wish I did that more. I was so when I stepped in the octagon, I was so locked in on my opponent that it's almost like Bruce Buffer was like a little bit of like white noise, kind of, because I'm just like, I need that guy. Like some guys like feed it, like give it, like where I was like, let me take care of business, and afterwards I'll be crazy or whatever, Yeah, it's like as soon as you walk in, like your energy starts getting like a little bit zapped. The lights are bright, everyone's going wild. The ground feels kind of numb. Yeah. Your body feels a little numb. Yeah. You can't smell anything. You're not listening as awesome, but your eyes are like huge. All your senses are like that for survival are like firing like crazy. So like Bruce, but I just like didn't want to like get away from what I was, but it was awesome. When I rewatch it, I'm like, yeah, But like being there, I was like, I don't give a shit. Like this guy is getting it right now. Yeah,
that fight was a fucking war too. Just two quick words. The ultimate fight, right? The ultimate job interview. They say. I talked with Sam Alvey, who was also a part of that. Okay. He says there's not even clocks in the TUF house. What's that feeling like when you're living in that house with everybody? You've got nothing but that contract on your mind, that ultimate goal, and you got to the final, all the way to the final. Epic battle with Diego. So tell me what that's like, and how do you just stay, focused 100%?
I kept the task at hand, lived up. It was 6 weeks, so it was just like, dude, grind. It's almost like when I'd enter a wrestling tournament, and I'd be like warming up on the mat, and I want everybody to know like I'm the man, and like be disciplined for that day. It's like I just did that for that whole time, and I didn't have to worry about like my bills at home, putting gas in the car, making sure, my truck tires were good, or like my kids were taken care of. Like I didn't have kids at the time, but like your daily stressors didn't exist. You didn't have to pay for anything. Yeah. So all I had to do was just focus on training, focus on my diet, and just stay as healthy as possible without those distractions of, paying bills and mail and phone calls and social media. It was just like lock in, dude. And it was, some guys weren't able to focus, and they get, they start doing pranks on each other and stuff like that. So was it boring? Like, yeah. What I mean? But I think if you go in with that mindset of just stay disciplined for 6 weeks, and then it's done, and then you can become a champion and start your journey of becoming a UFC champion, hopefully. 6 weeks is not a long time. It goes by like that. And just get better every day and be healthy. Again, for me, it was easy. The one thing that's funny is I'm like a very charismatic, like joking, funny guy, right? On the show, I wanted to be like viewed as this like killer assassin, right? So I'd be doing these interviews, and I'd be like talking faster than like my mind can think, and I'd be like starting words, and I would say things that didn't make any sense, right? So I remember like my episode came out, and we would get them like a week before they came out air, right? And I watch it. I call my manager, like, dude, Doc, this isn't good. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, they made me look like a complete retard. Like, they made me look so...
It's a reality show at the
Right.
end of the day.
And I was like, which you signed the right for them to perceive you any way they want, right?
Yeah.
Then he goes, who's your favorite guy on Friends? And I was like, I guess Joey. And he's like, why? I'm like, because he's like a dumb goof. He's like, there you go. I was like, all right, that's my guy. That's me. Then I'm going to be that guy. And that's my little take on the Ultimate Fighter.
Awesome. Hell yeah, I love that answer. So, not that I'm trying to egg on a Menace return or anything to the octagon, like something like that, but whether it's at 155 or obviously 145 where you really made your living, if you had a dream fight with literally anybody, it could be somebody right now as well, if like hypothetically, if you were to come back, who would that fight be with?
Well, before I got into the UFC, I always looked up to BJ Penn, right? So some of the guys I would fight wouldn't amp me up to like get crazy. So I would visualize that I'm fighting BJ Penn. And I would lock my mind in the back room that I'm fighting BJ Penn, and I put myself in a place where I could beat BJ Penn. And then I'd go out there and crush whoever it was. I thought BJ Penn was such a complete savage when in his prime. I loved his fighting style, and that's something that I always wanted to fight. Especially towards the end of his career, I'm like, ooh, that's like easy money. Like, let me get that, you know? But I didn't, so whatever.
Oh, good. Awesome, man. To her handbook, Dennis the Menace Bermudez. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
So it was my second pro fight, not the UFC, just pro fight. And I remember I would never look up my opponents, right? But I would know who my opponent was at weigh-ins because I'd see some weirdo looking at me like mean mugging me from across the room. I'm like, all right, that's my guy, right? So this guy is mean mugging me. I'm like, that was my opponent, right? So then I watch him get on the scale and I hear 175. I was like, I guess that's not my opponent because I fight at 155, right? Like, Dennis, come here. So I walk over there. And he's like, your opponent's 20 pounds overweight. And I was like, what do you want to do? And I remember speaking about BJ Penn fighting in so many weight classes. BJ Penn fought Machida at like 205. And he was like a 55er. And like, I don't think he won, but it was like, it was a battle. And I was like, yeah, I was like, if BJ
They're
Penn...
telling you to move up to 170?
Well, no, I was like, if BJ Penn could do it, like, fuck it, I'll fight this fucking guy. Like, who gives... I've been training, right? I don't give a shit. What are we doing here? I'm trying to fucking be a bad ass dude, and whatever. And if I don't fight, I don't get money, and I want money. So Steve Blackman, my trainer, comes over. He's like, listen, because the guy flew over from Brazil. He's like, what'd you do? Like, he's like, I was on weight. He's like, what'd you eat? Pizza and soda the whole way here? Like, how are you 20 pounds over? So Steve Blackman goes, he has to weigh in at 170 tomorrow morning, and then the fight's on, right? Yeah. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I go out. This guy kicks me below my knee, and I couldn't feel the ground with my foot. I was like, this is not good, right? So then I shoot. Oh, no, I'm standing there. He hits me with a pump knee. I've never seen a pump knee before, right? So I'm thinking this knee, I'm blocking this one. This other one comes up and fucking hits me in the face. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? So then I take him down. He puts me in an arm bar. I one hand pick him up and power bomb him, break it, and then I TKO'd him. But I just remember, like, the whole story was like BJ Penn fought fucking Machida, who was, 3 weight classes heavier with a 155, 170, 185, 205. Yeah, 3 weight classes better, and like won. And I was like, if he can do it, I can do it. Fuck it. And now I got this cool story.
That's mentality,
dude,
baby.
I wasn't even like this. I was like,
Oh wait, you had another story. You had another story when we were in there grappling. I was with my boy Ali grappling, and you told us about the story. You and your brother. I think your brother was trying. I don't know if he's your older brother, or your little brother. But he's here.
Yeah.
You had him in there. Can you tell that real quick?
So my older brother is I would say a tit for tatter. Yeah. Right? So like, he's a bigger brother, so he smack me. I'm like, so if I smack him back, he's gonna smack me harder. If I smack him harder, he's gonna smack. And then like, there's gonna be a full blown fist fight, right? So we're at a bar. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna fuck you up later. Like, keep it up. So we leave the bar. We're going up the stairs to like one of my friend's apartments in the city, and like he tries like, I'm like, yo, so I put him in a guillotine. I'm like choking him, right? And you know when people are like getting choked and they like really go crazy?
Yeah.
He did that, so I was like, fuck this, I'm just gonna go tighter, like, you know? So I really started, he started like, so then I hear like a squeal, kind of like, all right, let me listen. I love him, he's my brother, so I let go. He's like, yo, what the fuck, dude? I'm like, what? Like, you should have tapped. He's like, I don't know that jiu-jitsu shit, like the MMA shit. I'm like, it's like the universe. Oh shit, there he is, there he is.
There he is! There he is! There he is! Hit him with the guillotine! Hit him with the guillotine! That's awesome.
And I was like, dude, that's like universal. Like the tap for someone to let go.
That's what
That's that
happened.
brother stuff.
Yeah.
That's that big brother, little brother
Wow,
thing.
That was wild.
Yeah, the timing, man. That's what happened. I had Ali in the hole. I didn't feel the tap, and then you were like, "Dude, you tapping, dude. You gotta let him go." I was like, "I'm not trying to kill him." That's amazing, man. Holy shit.
Feel just like a superstar. Doing all these drugs, I don't think I'm gonna see tomorrow. Living fast, brand new dash up in a foreign car. It's the type of shit that you be doing when you going hard.